so much fucked up shit to get into.
Welcome back to Little Snickers, baby. I am Michael fucking Rainey here with guest co-host Jimmy Gillespie, who has his poncho on the wrong way and is suffocating himself as we speak. Jimmy, how are you, fella?
Been better.
Jacob Firman, Mattera.
Hey.
Jeff Simmons. So we got a little update on Cowdon Jala. So we mentioned a week and a half ago that Cowdon Jala was arrested for selling bootleg grilled cheeses in the parking lot for Grateful Dead and Company. Turns out that was true, but also our beloved Cowdon Jala became a dad, and he had a baby last week.
Oh, my God.
So congratulations, Cowdon Jala.
Congratulations, John. I just found out. He did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he posted a picture of the baby yesterday, and he's trying to get the baby a Taco Bell sponsorship.
Yeah.
So I hope the baby gets one before he does.
I hope the baby gets a Baba blast.
Ooh, you look good in a poncho, brother.
Yeah, dude.
You were built for ponchos.
I know, they're one size fits all. It's fucking it's just like one size fits Jim.
Jake, how you feel with that poncho
I feel
on?
good, man. I feel like we're about to go to Hershey Park. Me and Jimmy.
Never been.
You haven't been there?
Haven't been.
Oh, brother, you would
I think
love it.
I think what I think it will be like is better than what it would be like.
Oh, I guarantee you that what you think it is what it is.
Yeah.
Dude, the whole town smells like chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's nice.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
It's nice.
I'm like, a place like that only exists in my notebooks.
Jake, we got to put together something nice for John.
We should.
Little video with some fatherly advice. I think that would be good.
That would be nice.
You should call Arby's and see if they do a gift basket. An edible arrangement.
Oh, my God.
An edible arraignment. That's who's making it. Fucking guy on parole.
All right, boys. So, once again, we're not going to flip the coin because John's not here. He's the only one that gives a fuck whether or not we do in a Practical Jokers episode or not.
Still.
That's to you, John.
What we are going to do is a Snickers episode. Jake, you're a music man, so you may know this fella.
Okay.
Jimmy, are you a music guy?
Yeah.
How extensive is your musical knowledge?
Pretty good, I think.
All right. You familiar with GG Allin?
Oh, shit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Were you wondering?
I don't know too much about him, but I know he's a psychopath.
Yeah, he was a wild bull.
Yeah.
Now, when I opened the door for you looking like this, did you have any indication that's who we were covering tonight?
Honestly, I had no idea what the hell was going on.
I'm just glad it was you at the door.
So am I.
I mean, not that too many people knock up for me, but they're having instances like, case in point, my daughter got in a fight with another kid a couple years ago, and her dad knocked up at the door, so tonight would have been a rough night for something of that nature.
Oh,
so
my
I'm glad
God.
it was you.
I do. Could you imagine if the cops like, hey, we're just looking, we heard a disturbance around here.
Girl Scouts.
I forgot that I do have to
Girl
drive
Scout
Jimmy
knocking.
home afterwards.
You should walk me to my door, and
Oh, my God.
I should be like, oh, that's Mike.
So we are going to hit Westchester Pike looking like this.
Yeah.
He's going to have the hood up on the poncho,
We should get
suffocating
in a
himself.
blow up fight in a Royal Farms.
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah.
I'll do that with you.
Like literally getting a fucking like knockdown drag out fight in the middle of Royal Farms.
How good are you at wrestling?
I'm pretty good.
I believe it.
Single leg takedown, I'm in there.
He's flexible. Have you ever
Half
seen
Nelson
him
chicken wing, dude.
flex?
I saw him doing some moves when we were shooting tons of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
2 nights ago, he described himself as having the hips of Simone Biles.
It's true.
Holy shit. You're
It's
a man
true.
after Rainey's heart. You know that?
Dude, I was saying Larry Nasser would have fucking, you know what I'm saying? He would have taught me something.
The bat signal's going up just you speaking about this right now for Larry Nasser. But Firman, I'm out of the gymnastics game, brother.
Yeah?
Yeah, 96 team, that was my swan song.
One and done, huh? Damn.
You did gymnastics.
No, I was obsessed with women's gymnastics for 96 and 97. And probably a little bit of 98 too.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's a good stretch. Pretty much everything 96, 97, 98 was lit.
It was. Dude,
Everything was cool.
it really was.
Yeah.
I look back on it so fondly. I
Surge.
graduated from high school in 96.
Steve Austin.
Yeah.
See, I missed that era of wrestling, and I'm sorry that I didn't stick around because I had just gotten out of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
that
missed
sucks.
the golden age.
I know it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I see it, man.
Literally, like Stone Cold, like literally, like he invented like stepson stepdad relationships. Before that, before that was like a cordial agreement, and then after that, it was like bonding. They actually they started getting to know each other.
Did you want a stepdad after you saw this popping off?
I did. Yeah, he had the knee brace on. I was like, I wanted stepdad with a knee brace.
Yeah,
smacking beers together.
Yeah. And just giving it to your mom, so she's off your back. He's giving it so hard to your mom.
Has cobras for hands.
Yeah.
Dude, how many moms do you think had to deal with a kid saying, and that's the bottom line?
Oh my God, every single one.
Just telling them to take a fucking bath. Wash their fucking dirty little asses.
When I was in 5th grade, I got kicked out of a bar because my cousin brought me to the bar. He was like old enough, him and his friends, and we went to a bar by boat in Florida. And so we get there, we go into the bar, and I'm obsessed with wrestling at this point. So I just keep going up to the bartenders and the waitresses and going, suck it! Suck it! And after like the 100th time, they're like, this kid has to go. Whose kid is this?
Jake, is this the same time that you were going to the movies every day to see Independence Day?
That's the same summer. And it was Armageddon. It was Armageddon,
okay.
Yeah. And I cried every single time. Gracie, I'm going to have to break that promise.
That's so fucking funny. Yeah. I had an aunt. I have an aunt. She's obsessed with Russell Crowe.
Yeah,
like she was going to see him like play live music and shit. Like she was all over. She has like a signed guitar from him.
From Russell Crowe.
From Russell Crowe.
That's awesome.
It's like beyond. So I was hanging out with her one summer. I don't know why I was with her so much, but she took me to see Cinderella Man like 900 times.
Dude, great
she
movie.
cried her eyes out every single time.
Dude, I'm your aunt. That's me at Titanic.
Dude, Russell Crowe is Kurt Russell for ants with pill problems.
Dude,
please tell me he signed the guitar. Are you not entertained?
He signed. I'll bring that fucking guitar here.
Oh man,
I'll fucking bring that thing here. It's in my house. Cool.
What's he up to now?
I don't know.
What is he up to?
You gotta check on him.
Yeah.
Where in the world is Russell Crowe?
All right, back to GG Allin.
Yes.
Did you know why they called him GG?
No.
Good gracious.
His given name at birth was Jesus Christ.
What?
His father was a religious lunatic who never went to church, by the way. He would send his wife and 2 kids off to church, but the dad would never go to church.
Damn.
But yeah, the kid's name was actually Jesus Christ.
So he would just drop them off at church and what, go to arcade or something?
No, the mom and the kids would have to go by themselves. They lived in the fucking woods.
Oh, okay.
They lived...
This is funny.
They lived in a cabin in the woods. They didn't have running water. People say that they didn't have electricity, but I watched an interview with Gigi's brother Merle, who's still alive and is still a very interesting figure.
Okay.
And he says they had electricity, they just didn't have running water. They lived in a cabin, and he was born April 29th, 1956.
Whoa.
It's a fucked up era to grow up in the woods.
Yeah.
I think now you can kind of sneak away and, somebody might have some kind of creature comforts, but 1956, that's a bad woods era. Did you ever live in the woods?
No. Not in the woods.
You got sent to some kind of camp though, right?
The only place I ever was I was in rehab out in like
in the woods.
Literally in the woods. In
Passages Woods.
God, what the fuck is it called? It's Quakertown.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not too far.
They got
not too far. They got a rehab. They got a good rehab up there.
That's great because that feels like it's surrounded by.
Let the kids go out to crawl out the window and smoke.
Did you like rehab?
I was there for weed, so yeah.
You were in rehab for weed?
I was in rehab for weeks. I was a bad boy.
Damn.
And, it was court ordered. My parents weren't like insane.
The weed or your punishment?
The punishment was court ordered. But yeah, I was out in the boonies. Fucking.
Did you learn your lesson?
I did learn my lesson. I learned that I was really good at ping pong against people like on heroin. That's what I learned.
Dude, I don't think you're ever more judgmental than when you get to rehab. I went in summer of 2006, and it was a tough time for me to go to rehab because my wife was like 8 months pregnant, but I had to go to rehab.
Holy shit.
So
okay.
I went, and as soon as you get in there, you're just like, the first day you're just like, I am such a fucking loser. I can't believe I got to this point. But by day 2, you're looking around, you're like, maybe I'm not too bad.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't be here. You are watching like fucking Xanax addicts play softball and shit like that.
Dude,
Literally, like I like would get high with my friends, and I'm like, damn, I'm in here. I was like, shit. There's motherfuckers like getting like carried out because they're so fucking withdrawn. Like it was insane.
but the first day you
the first day, I remember the first day I like met my like roommate, and I remember he like shot a spitball at me. I was like, no way is this happening. No fucking way is this happening. It was crazy.
Is he able to hit you from the top bunk?
Dude, it was across. You couldn't have.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They didn't want us that close to each other.
But GG grew up in the woods, and it was a fucked up way of living because his dad was profoundly mentally ill. The guy had a vicious temper, and he was a religious fanatic. And he would send them off to church, and then when they came back, they didn't have any fun shit in the house. If it induced any kind of joy, they weren't allowed to fucking have it. Jake, what would they have had to take away from you to take all the joy out of your life as a child?
From me, oh man, probably my wrestling mats. Yeah.
Wrestling mats?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some wrestling boys up in here.
Yeah, I did.
You had mats?
Yeah, so I took karate, and the place was throwing away their old, like, destroyed mats, and my mom was like, "We'll take them," and then like,
Oh, what an angel!
yeah. So it was the greatest gift because I just set up 4 lawn chairs in every corner as the turnbuckles, and then I would just wrestle nobody. Oh, you son of a bitch! What the fuck, Mike? God damn it!
Jake, when I get excited for a performance, I start throwing a little bit of dookie.
Oh, disgusting! You see that, Jeff?
Look at Jimmy; he doesn't mind it.
It's on my face.
He's got a little mustache. Look at that.
I can taste it. Oh my god!
But Jake, do you want to know why I just threw some dookie at you?
This is my nice poncho, Mike. Why did you throw dookie at me?
Because that became a staple of a GG Allin performance, throwing dookie.
Wow.
Oh, I knew it was something disgusting. Gross. Why is it chunky?
I had a hoagie for lunch, Jake. But Jake, get this. So in regards to GG Allin's childhood upbringing, his dad was incredibly fucked up, and his mom fell trapped. She tried to leave once. It didn't work out.
Yeah. This is great.
And
I don't give a shit. This is fucking...
You want to know why I threw dookie at you, Jake?
Yeah. That's because he grew up. And
so, Jake, the first...
Payback's a bitch, Mike.
What are you going to throw at me,
I'm brewing
dickhead?
something up right now.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you dickhead. I usually reserve that for time. But, dude, I have something
I'm going to have
that-
a Red Bull shit to get you.
Brother, I printed out something that GG wrote about his childhood. It's called First 10 Years of My Life, his childhood essay.
Oh.
And one thing, a phrase that really stood out and kind of chilled me a little bit was that he says, "Father hated light." I think that describes that situation pretty
Father
accurately.
creeps me the fuck out.
Yeah, anytime you call father or mother is a pretty good indicator that you've been fucked as a child.
Do you know Jeanette McCurdy?
She wrote that book about I'm glad my mom's dead or something.
But in the book, they refer to Dan Schneider, who created all the creepy Nickelodeon shows. Yeah. She refers to him as the creator.
Oh, no.
Very scary.
Ew.
Very eerie.
Is he dead?
No.
Oh.
He's at large.
Okay. All right, dude. So there's other parts to this childhood essay.
You got a little Hitler stash. Did you do it on purpose?
I did it myself.
Oh, no.
I did it myself.
All right, so there's parts of this essay that I want to read to you because I really enjoyed them.
Oh, good.
So this is the end of the essay. He talks about his sexual proclivities. He says, if female company came over, I would always fix the toilet so it wouldn't flush. That way, I would go in afterwards and feast on bodily fluids while jerking off.
Oh, my God.
Later in life, I would hang out at sleazy bars and bus stations collecting jars of piss and defecation for my sexual habits. I was always masturbating. All throughout my school years, I had a constant erection, which you could identify with, Jake.
Yes.
The first sex I ever had with another human being was with brother.
Yikes.
But later in life, sexual confrontations with the smelliest of prostitutes, living and dead animals would prevail. I always felt like my parents must have found me on the ground somewhere and that the darkness of night came from an alien storm, leaving me from another galaxy on the backgrounds of that broken down cabin.
Jesus.
So that's what he grew up in, Jake.
What was his brother's name? P.P.
Merle.
Allen?
Merle? Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
He's a pretty interesting dude. There's a few pretty good interviews that I found with him. And if you guys out there listening and watching are interested in this, if you go to a YouTube channel called Soft White Underbelly.
You see the shit on the wall? It's so disgusting.
Where is it?
It's right by my dunce kid. Oh, God! In my mouth! What the fuck, Mike? God, I thought I was safe. God damn it.
So that's the cabin
Need a
experience.
little Charlie Chaplin on it.
Trying not to throw up, even though I know it's, you know.
Jake, one of the most fucked up
Please throw
elements
up.
of living in this cabin was that he was a little boy who had asthma.
I don't care.
But you are going to like this, Jake.
Yeah.
When he was 5, his mother had enough, and she took off while the dad was at work. She took off with the brother and they got out of there. They moved to Vermont. When they moved to Vermont, what do you think is the first big change that they made?
Registered Democrat.
No, she changed his name from Jesus Christ to Kevin Michael,
Okay.
which was the name of one of my favorite corner bars.
Kevin Michael?
Kevin Michaels. There was a resident Coke dealer there.
Is this the guy you paid in change?
No, that was a little down the street.
Okay.
There was a resident Coke dealer there. For the sake of the story, I'm going to call her Desiree. But I wasn't there for this, but I was told this when I went looking for her one night. And she wasn't there, and I was profoundly disappointed. They said the night before, she had walked out back of the bar where the Amtrak train tracks ran, and she had laid on the tracks and was refusing to get up because she was ready to give in and call it a day. Call it a life, actually. But a number of the patrons, out of the kindness of their hearts or out of the kindness of the cocaine in her handbag, were able to get her off the tracks and back into the bar and get her the help she needed.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, man, when she was there, buddy, you just had to give her a nod and she'd meet you out back and you'd have all the cocaine you wanted. They don't make them like that anymore, Jake.
They don't. I'm sorry. I don't hear a single word you're saying. My ears are ringing like the Hurt Locker.
Yeah, they just told Walter White he had cancer.
The Hershey Squirt Locker.
Yeah.
Squirt locker.
Yeah. I gotta get these dookie off my glasses.
Oh, brother, do you need a little paper towel?
I got it.
Don't be scared, no pudding.
Don't
Yeah, no pudding.
I made it worse. Go on.
He did not do well in school, Jake.
Yeah?
Very bad student, so much so that he was put into special ed classes.
Okay.
And as he progressed throughout schooling,
Old pudding eyes.
and as he and his brother progressed through school, Jake, they got into a ton of trouble. They would steal, they would break into cars, whatever they could do that was fucked up, they would get into. Sold drugs.
Throw shit at each other, apparently.
They would jerk each other off.
God damn it.
And this is him and brother.
Yeah, Merle. Brother Merle. Merle's a good brother jacking off name.
Oh, me and Merle. Yeah. We got it done. It's like a bar conversation. It's like, yeah, me and fucking.
So, Jake, in high school now, so I think around this time, all right, so this is the early 70s. All right, are you familiar with music from the early 70s, Jake?
Yes.
What do you like from that era?
I mean, I like the classic stuff, mostly. Like David Bowie.
I thought you were about to say Dave and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's. Zeppelin was huge then. That was like their heyday.
Yep. Aerosmith,
Sabbath.
they were big on.
Yeah, they just
They were big musical influence on them.
Steely Dan, I believe, right? Or were they a little bit later?
I don't know.
But
Steely Dan, dude. Foghat.
Elvis Costello,
And fucking Jefferson Starship.
Warren Zevon.
And fucking the Monkees.
Ooh! I see what you're doing, Mike. You're trying to lead the witness and distract us. I'm picking up on it now.
I just love that I was able to hit that as he said the monkeys.
That was bananas.
So GG and his brother Merle, they're big musical fans, but they also get into playing instruments. Merle is a bassist, and GG starts out playing drums and singing.
It's cool. That's really cool, man.
Jake, these little children form a band. Do you want to know what their band's called?
What's their band called?
Little Sisters Date. I can't think if that's sweet or diabolical.
That's horrifying, considering that he has written about having sex with his brother.
Yeah, well, I mean, that wasn't the first name of the band was Brother's Hand.
They graduate from college, and GG falls in love.
Damn.
Yeah.
What's he majoring in? Well, I wonder what GG Allin majored
Pussy
in.
and his brothers come, brody.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I just called you Brody.
I just don't know how to respond anymore.
So he's in a series of bands.
Fuck, buddy.
So he's married now, Jake, and his brother Merle says he was pretty pussy whipped when he first got married, so much so that his wife... Now, when he passed away, he was presenting himself like I am right now. Just covered in dookie, barely anything on, choker, blood all over himself. However, when he was married to this woman, Sandra, initially Merle says that she had that motherfucker so pussy whipped he was wearing button-down shirts and taking out the trash.
God damn.
Fuck. The duality of man.
Yeah. Living two lives.
However, he keeps at it with music, and gradually he's pulled away from that lifestyle. And in 1980, he forms a band called The Jabbers. You ever heard of them, Jake?
I have not.
You ever been jabbed?
No.
Jimmy, give him a little jab for me.
God damn it.
And this isn't just them fucking around. They actually put out a studio album, which was kind of cool.
Okay.
It's called Always Was, Is, and Always Will Be. Always Shall Be.
Pretty poetic stuff.
Did you ever put out an album? You were in a band.
Yeah, I put out 2.
What were they called?
I'm not telling you.
Tell me.
Nope.
Lovebird.
This
Lovebird,
is songs
yeah.
about him and his mommy again.
Yeah.
Jake, tell us what some of the songs were.
Let me get some of them lyrics.
Hit us with it.
I just know you're just looking for an opportunity to throw shit at me.
We're not. I'm not. I have no more left.
I'm a fool to
Damn.
do
Yeah,
your
yeah.
dirty work.
There you go. There's a little Steely Dan. Man. Yeah, it's on Spotify.
Squirty work.
Early on, when they're making music, GG and Merle, they're heavily influenced by the Ramones.
Yeah.
And actually, I think it's fuck it. Which Ramone is it? Goddamn, I can't think of who it was. Maybe Dee Dee Ramone is in GG's band, the Murder Junkies, for like a week.
Okay.
So he is in this scene, and he is a part of it for a little bit.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff.
But he gives up on the jabbers, and now he kind of gets away from that happy poppy punk shit, and he starts getting into more deranged shit. And he comes up. He has some very cool band names. You want to know what some of them are?
Yeah, what are some of them, Mike?
The Scumfucks and the Texas Nazis were 2 of my favorites.
It's going to be hard to get radio play with those names. That's
He did have. There was one song that I thought was very sweet. I think it's called Carlita. But that was like the only one where I found where it's just like, all right, this is something you might hear on the radio. This is kind of nice. There were others like Fucking the Dog.
Oh, yeah.
Suck My Ass, It Smells.
seriously?
Yeah, these are real songs that he wrote.
Jesus.
So not everything was as radio friendly as I think it was called Carlita. Very sweet song.
Yeah.
Tell us what one of your songs were, Jake.
Oh man.
Spill it, Jake.
Give us something.
I can't. I don't even remember the names of them. I just see red right now and brown.
All right, well, we'll keep it moving. So as he progresses into this darker musical era, it's no coincidence that he's also delving further and further into alcoholism and drug abuse.
Okay.
1985 is a significant year for GG Allin. Do you want to know why, Jake?
Is that the year you were born?
No, I was born in 1978.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
In 1985, at a show in Peoria, Illinois, is the first show where he starts throwing dookie at the crowd.
Whoa.
His own.
Peoria.
It is his own.
Peoria.
There was a guy, another band guy. I think the guy's name was like Blood Mess, who was like on the bill with him, and he had spent the day with GG Allin, and he knew that GG was planning on doing it because he went to the store with him and they bought X-Lax. GG consumed the X-Lax.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, he took it earlier than he was supposed to, so he was fighting explosive diarrhea for a while before the show started. And he was fighting it off, and they finally got to the venue, and he just fucking unloaded, and he was just launching it at people.
What did the people do in the crowd?
Most of them just ran out of there.
Yeah.
And at his shows, fortunately, there's a lot of video of his performances. So you see this shit happening, and he's covered in shit.
Him actually doing this, throwing shit?
Yes, covered in shit.
Fuck yeah.
Throwing shit, hitting people, fucking mushing his bird in the ladies' faces.
Dude, they loved back then. It was doing shit, throwing shit into the crowd was huge.
Dude, not only just like shit, but just like fucking chairs, like anything that wasn't fucking nailed down. This
That
motherfucker
band
was throwing at
Wasp.
people.
That band Wasp used to throw raw meat into the crowd.
What?
They used all types of raw meat.
Do they sing "Fuck Like a Beast"?
I think so.
I don't know.
God, I hope so.
I think it is, and I really like that song. But I listened to that because it was I got this book on the hair metal era.
I remember when the Beatles threw shit on Ed Sullivan.
Yeah.
You don't want to hold my hand. Trust me, you don't want to hold my hand.
Remember when Jim Morrison sang "Wipe My Fire"?
Stall doors.
Oh man,
You're not gonna like this. In 1986, he gets divorced.
I haven't liked this whole thing.
So Sandra leaves him, and now he's free as a bird. So
Okay.
I think it might have been the shit that did her in, Jake.
Okay, yeah, I would say that would probably be a,
That's a deal breaker, brother. Not long after he leaves his wife, he starts dating a teenage girl, Jake.
yeesh.
You see video evidence of him hanging out with teenage chicks. So it's there's a lot of rumors out there, and you don't want to base anything off of rumors, but at the same time, like when you see video evidence of him hanging out with these chicks, there's actually one video that's like pretty fucking disturbing. They're hanging out. I don't know if it's backstage or in somebody's apartment, and there's a couple clearly teenage girls hanging around, and the one girl. It's established that she was supposed to get heroin for everybody. They pulled their money together. They gave her $90 to get this heroin. And they're trying to find out if she got it or not. And she's kind of like beating around the bush. And eventually she tells them that she just gave it away. And then at that point, like GG Allin freaks out on her and he fucking throws her into a door and he throws her out into the hallway.
Oh shit.
So there's some pretty wild shit associated with this. And like GG himself, like he later goes on to like talk shows, like right before he dies, like he ends up going on Geraldo and what was the other one? Jerry Springer.
Oh.
And he's talking about all the wild shit he's into, and one of the things that like he admits to, he's like I've fucked teenagers.
Yee.
And
On the TV, you said this?
on TV, and in the audience, one guy claps.
It's a young Michael Rainey.
Dude,
I would never take.
No, I know.
They got Chris Collinsworth on a hot mic saying he likes them real young.
I think I remember this now.
That's a tough one.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
He became buddies with somebody that we've talked a lot about, Jake.
GG Allin or Chris?
Yep.
Okay, Phil Spector?
No, John Wayne Gacy.
Wait, what?
They became pen pals.
Wait, so was GG Allin? Does he go to jail?
He does.
Okay.
He says that he was arrested 52 times. But I think his longest stint was like 2 years, and he goes in like 89 to like 91, I think it was.
Okay.
And it was for like holding a lady as a slave for a couple of days.
Yikes.
You've heard of the movie 10 Years a Slave? Well, there's also 2 Days a Slave.
I think it's 12 years, but I mean, if you have a good lawyer, maybe you get it down to 10.
I tend to look at things optimistically, Jake.
Yeah, what they don't tell you about what they don't tell you about 12 Years a Slave is that they didn't even account for the leap years in there. So that shit was
Yeah, they were counting dog
that
years.
shit was extra long.
Jesus Christ. Oh,
That's so
man.
funny.
But yeah, he became pen pals with John Wayne Gacy. Oh, dude, there was in let's see, early 90s, I guess. There was a documentary that was directed by a guy named Todd Phillips, who directed The Hangover, and he also directed Joker.
Yeah.
It was his first big project.
And Old School, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
This was like his first big project, and the way that he raised money for the project, which was just centered upon following GG Allin around, it was called Hated. Hated, GG Allin and the Murder Junkies. In this project, he just follows him around, and the way that they raised money for the project was, I think he raised like $12,000 by getting John Wayne Gacy to design the poster for the movie.
Whoa.
He hit Gacy up. He told him, like, yo, GG Allin's become a friend of mine, and I know you guys are friends, and I really need to raise money for this. Is there any way you could design the artwork
Are you serious?
for our
so
documentary?
he was an artist.
He was. And
didn't know that.
Gacy's deal was like, I'll do this, but you got to give me $50. You got to send me art supplies in prison, and you also have to send me a compromising photo of yourself.
Todd Phillips did that?
He did. He said it wasn't too bad, though. He said it was just like him, like, posing seductively in the bathroom. His clothes were on. They weren't off. So it wasn't too bad, but it was enough as to where Gacy's like, all right, I'll do this for you.
That's awesome.
That is
It was
sick.
pretty sick, yeah.
You guys should get art commissioned by a killer.
Well, I thought, like, when you're in prison, you can't make any money.
You can't. If you want to do something for somebody and then they sell it and they keep it and there's no
Yeah.
evidence of the money coming back to you, then I guess you're free in the clear.
So how does John Wayne Gacy get his $50 then?
Puts it in his commissary.
I think they can do it by them not knowing that it's for this project.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think if you're just sending somebody money just for the sake
okay.
of sending the money,
Gotcha.
then that
Okay.
shit's cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, he goes in Christmas '89 and he gets out in March of '91 for holding that lady captive.
Wow.
Did you ever hold a lady captive, Jake?
No, I can't say I have. I've been pretty polite, and I don't block the exits.
As often as you steal hearts, though, I would count that. You gotta let them hearts go, brother. Jake,
just collecting
lift up that poncho and let those hearts go. Jimmy's a little bit of a heart thief too.
Oh, yeah. He's still. Are you still using the Jennifer Aniston
Oh my god, yeah.
shampoo?
Yeah, and I yeah, it's changed everything.
Has it?
Yeah, it really has. I've been acting like a cunt. Like real bad.
Oh, one funny thing I'd like to add about GG Allin's time in jail for that stint. He says in his first 30 days in the pokey, he masturbated by his own estimate 100 times. Which I don't think when you say it, you masturbate 100 times in a month, that sounds a lot, but when you're in jail, I don't really think that's too much.
That seemed low.
Really?
Yeah. There's so much time.
I think it's like an okay amount.
Moderate.
Yeah.
Moderate to severe.
Yeah, you got to get bored. Like, what are you looking at?
He's leaves a big fucking log in the toilet and fucking tosses off to that guy.
Just molds it to
He
what he
just
wants to be.
frosts it.
There's one funny thing I want to add about that Todd Phillips documentary, Hated. This is around the time, so this comes out, I think, in like 91. No, I want to back this up a minute. Like, when he goes into jail in 89, he's threatened to kill himself on Halloween 1990. So people are gearing up for that, and people are like buying tickets and planning on going to see him at all these dates around that because they're planning on seeing him kill himself.
Oh, shit. So he's, like, doing this as, like, a tactic for the stage? That was
Yeah, well,
damn.
and I think he might have actually done it on stage, too. He was that.
He actually killed himself?
No, he
Oh.
was like threatening that.
Oh.
But then he had gotten locked up, so
Yeah.
you know, who the fuck's gonna kill himself in jail, Jake?
Y2K, guys. Yeah, nobody kills himself in jail.
So he gets out, and as Todd Phillips is following him around, one thing that Todd Phillips is able to set up is a concert at NYU. Which, I don't know if you've ever been to NYU, but it's not the kind of place where they usually allow
terrible.
GG Allin types. They allow it because shortly before this concert, this is during Henry Rollins' fucking spoken word shit.
Yeah.
And Todd Phillips, when he contacts the student union, he's like, look, this is just like that Henry Rollins thing that you guys just had. The kids are going to love it. And you see this on the documentary where he's performing, and as part of his performance, he shoves a banana up his asshole.
Oh, my God.
And then he pulls it
That's
out,
tough. That's
and he
tough.
starts throwing the banana and the dookie at the audience.
Oh.
In the kids' defense, like the students, they love it.
What?
I love the dookie banana.
They love it. They're running around the room, but they all have smiles on their faces. Now, at least one of them didn't like it, So they go and be a little fucking telling ass. They go get security. The police come in and they get him out of there.
Dude, I was just like, could you imagine trying to do that shit today?
I just
at
did
college?
Brother, you need to come see me live.
Have either of you ever had any confrontations with audience members where you felt compelled to throw shit?
To throw shit? No.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I had a show recently, and I was all excited because I was doing like 45 minutes, so I was like all hyped to fucking like work that out.
Mm-hmm.
And this lady was hammered, and she was like talking so much, and I couldn't get her to stop. And I wanted to walk up and just fucking give her a big like fish hook full of dookie, and just fucking yank her out of the building, dude. Thought about it too. I was like, I'd get a big hunk of shit in her mouth, throw her outside in the rain.
What about you, Firman?
No, man, I've nothing like that. I love and respect my audience members.
Oh, come on, man. There's got to be somebody you hate. There's got to be somebody you don't like, Firman.
Oh, there are. There's quite a few, actually. How long do we have?
Oh,
Okay. No. Man. Yeah, no, I can't think of one right off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Well, if you do, let me
Sorry.
know. But, boys, I mentioned that GG Allin his celebrity starting to rise. And when he appears on Jerry Springer and Geraldo, now mainstream America is aware of him. So they know what he does. They know what he's about. And he goes on both of those shows, which you can see on YouTube. It's pretty awesome, where you get the full GG Allin experience. There's people in there that support him. There's other people that are fucking horrified.
Yeah.
But above all else, like, he gets what he wants. He wants to be known. And he actually had a manifesto, too. I think that's interesting to add.
That wasn't what you read to us?
No, this was the childhood essay, but his manifesto. It's not very long, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Because
that's how he turned it in.
Yeah, there's so much shit
That's
on
how
it.
he turned that fucker in.
Disgusting.
But yeah, GG Allin's manifesto is actually pleasant to read. It's the gist of it is that he's raging against nonconformity, and he's urging people to kind of take it upon themselves to find a way to fight back on conformity.
Yeah.
What's the shit have to do with it?
It's so insane and captivating that the word of him like spread like wildfire.
Hey, Jake,
Look at the heights he
It's
reached.
disgusting.
a conformist would use the bathroom when they had to take a dookie.
True.
Yeah, Jake, you took a piss before we started.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here in filth.
June.
Yeah, I got to rethink this whole thing, man.
Yeah, take a dump right now, buddy. Dude, I actually bought diapers, and I didn't know what I was going to plan on doing with them. And I have a whole package of diapers upstairs, and I didn't even open them.
Really wish you had one
We
on
should
right
try
now.
him on.
June 27th, 1993 rolls around, Jake. And GG has a
Wow.
performance at a place called the...
It's 30 years ago, right?
Yeah, I can't slip anything past you. GG has a
Big numbers
performance
guy.
at a place called the Gas Station in the Lower East Side.
Okay.
Right by, I think it's like a block away from Katz's Deli. You ever been there?
I haven't.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's fucking heaven, man.
Oh,
It's like a $20 fucking pastrami sandwich, but
yeah, but it's that high.
you could have like 3 fucking
Yeah.
sandwiches out of this thing. And the men are so nice there to you. They give you a little piece of meat while you wait.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you can't take it out of their hand. You have to let them place it on your tongue.
Deal.
It's yeah.
You gotta say
That's what
amen.
I've heard.
They give you a bunch of pickles too for free, Jake.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, it's the fucking best, man. But it's a few blocks from there. Now, leading up to this, there's a pretty solid account of what his day entailed, because he was friends with a guy named Johnny Puke, and Johnny Puke
Jesus Christ.
gave an interview. And it seems like a reputable guy, so I'm going by his account of what happened on this day. And he
Yeah.
said they were hanging out at his apartment in the hours leading up to the gig, and there was a bodega across the street where you could buy Coke. So they were hanging out, they were partying, they were drinking beers. He said every 45 minutes they were running across the street to get more Coke. So by the time showtime rolled around, they were pretty juiced up.
Yeah.
Now, part of GG's deal for the show that night for performing was that the promoter was going to give him a bundle of heroin.
Whoa.
Pretty sweet deal. You ever had a promoter give you drugs for payment?
Yes.
Really?
No.
Multiple times.
What were you given?
Weed and mushrooms.
Oh.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I know cocaine was a big payment in the 80s.
Somebody gave me a wallet one time.
Anything in it?
Nope.
Just a new
A
wallet.
brand new fossil wallet.
Nice.
Were you doing a show at Kohl's?
Yeah, no, it was a benefit. Like, we can't pay you, but here's a wallet that I stole from work, and I'm like, oh, thank you.
But dude, this show, and you could see like the after effects of this show on a video on YouTube. There's like a 25-minute video that somebody was taking as they left the venue. GG goes over. He's performing with the Murder Junkies. They go in there. They're only supposed to do like 3 fucking songs. After the first song, he smashes the fucking microphone.
Holy shit.
And the sound guy freaks the fuck out. For some reason, the sound guy has his dog there at the venue. So the crowd turns on him. Gigi's turning on him because he won't give him another mic, and he's freaking out because he already broke the first one. So it gets to the point where the sound guy and his dog got to like lock themselves in a closet to prevent these people from turning on him further.
Shit.
And GG goes on. He does his songs. And as he's fucked up. He's covered in shit. He's got blood coming out of his fucking head. People are loving it. He leaves the venue, and that's where this video starts, which you can see on YouTube. And he's roaming the streets. He's rolling around the street. He's fucking throwing bottles at a bus. And you hear police sirens all over the place. They're tracking him down, and then eventually he goes to get into a cab. He's covered in shit now, mind you. And as he gets, one cab just won't pick him up because he's covered in shit. The second cab, they let him in, but they're still filming. And you see like the cabbie like trying to survey like what's happening. And the cabbie's like, no, I can't do this. And then you hear GG Allin say like, no, man, we're the good guys. And then the cabbie just leaves his own fucking cab. So they're like, all right, he's going to get the cops. They get out. They're still wandering around the streets in New York. And then finally, they go back to this guy, Johnny Puke's apartment. They're partying. They have all that heroin that the promoter gave him. They're partying well into the night. And Gigi's talking about possibly doing a European tour. So everybody ends the night on a high note. Now, this is pretty fucked up. GG passes out. And when he passes out, he's covered in shit still. He's wearing Johnny Puke's girlfriend's skirt, and he's wearing a little vest. He passes out. Everybody thinks that he's just fucking sleeping. So everybody that's at this party is taking Polaroid pictures with him.
What?
This is during the night. By 9 o'clock the next morning, Johnny Puke is woken up, and his girlfriend says, I think Gigi's dead. So he goes into the living room. Gigi's on the floor, and he is, in fact, dead. He passed away during the night.
Holy shit. How many penises were drawn on his face?
Not enough, Jake.
God, that sucks. People were taking pictures with him?
Yeah, the Polaroids, like, the police never turned them in. So the police confiscated them, but they never made their way back out into the public.
Okay.
So this was June 27th is his date of death. It turns out he had overdosed on heroin.
Whoa.
He overdoses July 3rd is his funeral, and his funeral is videotaped. And it's broken up into, on YouTube, again, you can watch it. It's broken up into, I think, 5 different parts. And they're fucking rocking out. They're blasting music the whole time. Like, he's in the casket. They requested that the funeral home did not wash him. So he's still covered in the shit that he was covered in from June 28th.
Oh, that's disgusting.
So this is 5 days that he's been sitting in his own shit, and he's fucking dead.
Oh, my God.
So he's in the casket, and they're having fun with his body. Like, initially it starts out very sweet. His brother puts a microphone in his hand. He's holding the microphone to his mouth. You could tell by watching video of his brother Merle that he really loves him. There's actually another great documentary called The Allins, which the main focus of it is his brother Merle and his mom. And the mom's still alive, too. She's a very sweet lady.
Okay.
And you can tell that he loves his brother very much.
Damn.
And he's putting the microphone up to him in the casket. And it's very sweet. But then everybody gets a little more hammered, and it gets to the point. They didn't film this.
They crowd surfed him?
Yes. No, but they're pouring Jim Beam into his mouth. I think they put cocaine in his nose.
Wow.
And then one of the things that definitely wasn't filmed, but it happened, was one of the female attendees of the funeral squatted over his face and pissed into his mouth.
No.
I'm going to do that for you.
Thank you, Mike.
I want a GG Allin funeral.
I'm going to give you, what do you want? A piss, dookie, vomit?
I want the works. Can you order the works when you have a funeral?
It's piss, vomit, blood, and scrapple.
Scrapple, yeah. The waste scrapple, just all of them.
Dear God.
But what the Jim Beam that they didn't pour into him, they buried him with.
That's so wholesome.
And he was born 36 years old. He passed away at Jake.
Whoa.
Heroin and a broken heart is what did it for him.
Was it the heroin and the coke combo that did it?
I don't know, man. Like
That's crazy.
10 packets of heroin. That's a lot.
And he shot them all.
I don't know. He didn't do them all. He was partying with a few other people,
Yeah.
but they'd been doing coke all day too. So yeah,
Damn.
I think you might have been right.
Yeah.
This was very funny though. He's talking about his friendship with Gacy, and they're asking him like, "Don't you feel a little bit weird about having him as a friend?" He's like, "No, I think everybody's got a murder inside of them. Some people just let it out."
I think that's true too.
It's very
You got a little dog in you, Jimmy?
I mean, yeah, I think we all do.
Jake, you got the same dog that Jimmy's got?
I've got an evil dog, bro.
Let him out right now. Let me hear him.
Rough.
I want you to be mean to me.
Rough.
I want you to be a mean dog to me.
I can't be a mean dog to you, Mike. I love you too much.
Hit me
No,
with it.
Dogs are loyal.
Oh, come
Can't
on.
be a mean dog to
You're
my
a bad dog, though.
Dude, you look like a Mike
call me
Vick
bad
fight
dog.
dog right now, dude.
Thank you. That's
You
what I
look
wanted
like
to
a
hear.
Vick dog.
Wait, I don't know if that's nice or mean.
I think it's just objective truth. I don't think it's an opinion piece.
God damn, dude, that's wild.
Yeah, it is kind of nice, dude. Gacy said something funny about him. He's like, I loved him like a brother, but he stunk like the worst pissy ass wino I've ever seen in my life. And you know, if you get that kind of reaction out of John Wayne Gacy, you're doing something.
That's actually pretty incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, one other thing I want to mention too about his brother Merle. His brother Merle lives in Long Beach, and his whole house, it's like fucking Little Stinker's heaven. The entire house is decorated in serial killer memorabilia.
Whoa.
This is this is Merle?
Merle, yeah.
Okay.
This dude's alive?
He's still alive, yeah. I think he's 68 now.
How hard is it to get in contact with this dude?
It seems pretty easy because in the documentary, people are just messaging him on Facebook. And a guy actually comes by to pick up stuff. And I think if you're buying enough stuff, like Merle will hang out with you and let you come over to the house and come get your stuff.
Whoa.
Because he's got some pretty wild shit. Like, in addition to, like, serial killer memorabilia, he's got, like, stuff that GG wore.
No thank you.
Oh, dude. Speaking of stuff that GG wore.
Never washed.
Oh, dude. All right, let me think of this fucking guy's name. Jeff, would you be able to look this up for me? Because I don't remember this guy's name. But the drummer from the Murder Junkies, I can't remember his first name, but his last name is Sex.
It's Johnny Sacks, dude.
What does that say, Jeff? Dino Sex. Dude, in the fucking, the Allen's documentary, they show the Murder Junkies performing without GG. Present day Murder Junkies. And Dino, what he does as his closer is he shoves drumsticks up his ass. And then he invites people to come up and shove them in his ass. And he's got what seems like a limitless supply of drumsticks.
That seems like that would go wrong very fast.
Dude, they show the whole fucking thing. A lady comes up and she volunteers to fucking do this. She shoves drumsticks up his ass, and he just tells her, like, don't be too wild when you're twisting them.
That's the guy?
Yeah, he's a pretty wild dude.
Jesus Christ.
He was a pretty big guy there, too. Unfortunately, I think he got cancer and lost a ton of weight. But he's still alive. But I want to remember him regardless in that form.
God. Yeah.
But if we play our cards right, that's what we're going to look like when we get older, boys.
Oh, I can only hope.
God.
Christ.
So happy birthday in heaven, GG Allin.
Happy birthday, GG Allin.
Jake, you weren't a
Shit
fan of
slinger.
his?
What's that?
You weren't a fan?
No, I've
Why
never
do
got
I
into
know
him.
his name? Like, I knew that name, but I don't know why.
He's,
You know, it's one of those things where it's like, I've heard that name, but I don't have any idea why.
Same. I remember going to the Museum of Death in Hollywood, and they had a small exhibit of his displayed there. And I thought it was a very
That's
cool exhibit.
fucking crazy.
Very cool exhibit.
Yeah.
I didn't know, much of what he did or what he was about.
Is he in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
No.
Probably never, right? They should at least
It's like, but they'll put Eminem in. That's fucking bullshit.
should name the bathrooms after him.
Yeah, this is the GG Allin stall.
Yeah. There's no toilet paper.
That's right. Live dangerously.
But you can kind of see the influence he had on some other people. And the first person that came to mind was Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I really miss him, man.
maybe, yeah.
I really wish that he was still cooking.
Yeah, well,
Marilyn Manson. Yeah.
he was doing some naughty stuff, wasn't he?
Nothing you can't come back from.
What do you do?
Man, that's
He was leaving the door open while I took dumps, Jimmy.
My grandmom did that. Fucking bitch.
My mom used to piss with the door open, and the way that I would wake up in the mornings is she would piss with the door open, and then she would let out a bass-heavy fart.
Yeah.
Then I felt like, all right, it's time for me to go downstairs, because I was always scared to go downstairs by
Time for
myself.
school.
yeah. There's your alarm
Something
clock.
about a mom fart means it's time to go.
I mean, I don't fault her because, oh, yeah, she should have shut the fucking door. But in regards to the farts, dude, she had so much butt that the sound that this fart would make, I know it wasn't intentional. You know me, I like to put on a show when I fart.
Yeah.
But I know when this lady farted, it was traveling the course of her cheeks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that is a thing.
What do your farts typically sound like, Jimmy?
They're definitely bassy.
Duck heavy?
They're bassy as shit, and they're crazy. Like, and it's funny because depends on like how I'm sitting. Like sometimes they'll be trapped, and they'll go up and out the butt crack, and then sometimes it's really funny. They'll come out the front and like scooch out the side of my balls.
My bad.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
Jake, what's your favorite kind of fart?
I mean, I think we have the same build. So
same butt?
Yeah, we have same butt, same stuff. You know.
You know what I would like to see? I would like to see the both of you get butt to butt and have a fart volley going.
That's like the fat version of arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Over the shorts.
Yeah, it's fucking chicken parm wrestling. I don't know.
Poopy wise, what are you guys working with these days?
Pretty solid.
Yeah. I've had some pretty decent logs actually recently. Actually, I had a Mountain Dew yesterday,
That loosens you up?
and this morning I pissed out of my ass. It was horrible, actually.
Are you regular Mountain Dew or Code Red, Baja Blast?
I had a Baja Blast yesterday, and it lived up to the name. I blasted.
I'm relatively new to Baja Blast. I had my first one in October, whenever we went away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's like taking mushrooms.
ooh, baby.
It's nerve.
wild.
It's nerve.
That will open you up.
It's nerve wracking.
I can't wait to go away, baby. We're going away in October.
Where you headed?
We're heading out to California, and I believe we're doing something in Nevada as well.
Yeah.
You're going to.
The Donner Pass.
You going to Skankfest?
Yeah. Are you gonna come out?
Y'all going down? I think I'm gonna be down in Texas
Oh, cool.
doing some rodeo stuff.
Doing some bad boy stuff.
Yeah.
What kind of business do you have in Texas?
I'm gonna be doing stand up.
Oh, good for you, brother.
Yeah.
I like seeing you travel.
Oh, brother, I love traveling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like John Madden though. I'm on a bus.
No,
Yeah.
for real?
I don't take to the skies
Why not?
Whoa.
because I don't want to. I will not ask for the seatbelt extender. I'll go
That's
no
insane.
belt. I'll go no belt.
Don't
They don't
make-
like that.
Don't they make you do that on
You're
the
gonna
bus
go through
too?
the windshield.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the windshield. That's what they said. That's what they said. You get an fender bender up there, you're done.
What if you brought your own extender? You think they would be cool with that?
I do this move where I put it under my gut, and no one's gonna reach under there and check. Mm-hmm. I proposition them to go for it. I'm like, go ahead,
They don't walk by and they're like, "Sir."
sir.
Yeah.
I don't remember giving you an extender. I'm like, shut up.
Have you ever had any issues with somebody giving you too hard of a time about the seatbelt?
I have had I feel like I've had the peaks of the spectrum.
Okay.
I've had gone on a flight where a dude like another fat dude who like worked on the plane was like
Okay.
like he literally
Yeah.
like, it was
My
like a fucking
man.
dime bag.
Dude, that's I've had
And then this one lady was like doing like the demonstration on the seatbelts, and she was like, "And let me hand this to you,
Oh no.
so you can get in too." I was
Oh
like,
my god.
I was like, me? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Jake and I had a very funny experience together.
Yeah.
Dude, I was so excited because I had the seat next to me open.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yes, this is going to be a cross-country flight. I'm in the last fucking row, and I have an entire seat next to me. I can spread my elbows out a little bit. Lady is probably the last one to get on the plane. She gets on, there's two seats. It's next to Jake and next to me. Jake and I are across each other. We're aisle mates. She's ticketed to sit next to Jake. She sits down. She's like, "Oh no!" And she gets over and she comes and sits next to me. Did she go to the lady first?
Wait. No, the flight attendant walks over to her, and before the flight attendant can say, "Would you like to move your seat?" She wasn't even on the part of "Would you like to?" And the woman was like, "Yes." And she levitated out of the row and then walked around and then sat next to Mike and was just all up in Mike's grill.
And then
I ruined Mike's flight.
Although she did say something very funny that made up for it. She was going through the in-flight entertainment, and then she got to Cruella, which had just come out, and she goes, "Ooh, Cruella, let's go."
I was also my reaction when I saw that movie.
And this little devil got a whole goddamn seat to himself.
Oh, man.
Oh, baby, a whole row?
And no, there was somebody in the window, but we have fun.
I hate the fucking window people. It's like, relax. I sat in a window seat like the first time I flew, which is like only like a couple years ago. And I was like, all right, this is cool. And then like I was like, all right, I want leg room. So I like the fucking man spread on the plane.
Yeah.
Yup.
Every flight I'm on.
Have you used a bathroom inside of an airplane?
Yes. Yes, I have. And
I have this nightmare where I do it and something goes horribly wrong, and then there's Jaws of Life 30,000 feet in the air. Like
everybody cheers when they get you out.
I will, and then I'm like a meme because they have to sneak me off the bus.
they just the floor just lets out the plane, and the thing just raises 20,000 feet.
Yeah, or people like know I shit. Like,
oh yeah,
and they're like, oh, they already hate me on the flight. They already can't stand me.
Yeah.
Me on an airplane, you're like mad as hell.
Public enemy. You're like Bin Laden on a plane.
I'm like hoping for hijackers. I'm actually starting to hang out at more halal places, so I have friends to travel with that'll take eyes off of me. I'm like a 4 trying to hide in some 2s.
Yeah, I can picture the captain like giving the stewardess a little note saying, "Do not let him shit."
Yeah. I'm like, I see him pass the notes. I'm like, I know that note's about me.
Even the note says, "This is your captain speaking." Do not even think about it.
Is your captain speaking? Yeah. I mean, it's so funny. Like when I got on my first flight, I was like in my 20s. And I was like, I'm going to get like pilot wings. He's going to show me the cockpit.
In your 20s.
Yeah. I walked on. I was like to the stewardess. I was like, it's my first flight. She was like, okay.
That's
She's
fucked
like,
up,
did
man.
you pack your medicine? Like, that's what it felt like.
That's fucked up because you have a childlike whimsy about you.
I do. Well,
that I would have rewarded.
The problem was that I made it out like that's how I sounded. I took a Xanax before I got on the plane, so I was scared to fly. So I'm like, it's my first flight. And then I passed out immediately. You know, I was like a child.
Go on next time with a big ass lollipop.
Yeah, propeller hat. Propeller hat. I'm like,
that's a move.
Yeah, you'll get on the pilot's lap for sure, brother.
Pilot's lap.
I love flying. The only thing I don't like about
I want to see the captain's log.
The only thing that I fucking hate about flying is getting searched by TSA.
Yeah.
By and large, like,
What are you hiding, Mike?
Oh, you don't want to know. By and large, like they usually leave me alone because I ended up getting pre-check.
Yeah.
They don't really fuck with pre-check people too much. But yeah, when they stop
pre-check
you,
when you like do everything online.
You do it online, like you just pay. I think it was like you pay like $200 for like 5 years or something like that, and then you got to go to like an in-person interview with a Mattera, who says, "Okay, you good to go? You gonna be good flying? I know
in
it."
the bin.
You don't got to do that pre-check.
But you go to you got to meet with a Mattera just to get your stamp for pre-check.
Damn.
Dude, I've tried to apply for that job a few times.
You'd be a good TSA
airport Medea.
No, brother, you were made for fucking TSA.
I was actually, I'm getting to the size where it's like airport DMV.
Yeah, brother, you put the TNA in
TSA. Yeah, dude. If I start to lose my hair, I'm gonna be fucking like stuck going to the license center. That's gonna be it for me.
Smile.
The courthouse also has some fucking some sillies.
Yeah. If I had to rank them, I would go TSA, DMV, courthouse for you.
Yeah.
You do look like you could possibly pull off EMT. What do you think, Jake?
Yeah, you got EMT build for sure.
Bill, and you and that's nice,
brother. You were speaking the other night about nursing school. I also think you'd make an excellent nurse.
I would love to do that. I would like.
At least an X-ray
I need to like
test.
study abroad in Jamaica.
Dude, you would not make it out of Jamaica alive. Those guys
Oh
would
my
fucking
God.
dagger you to death.
No way, dude.
He'd come back with braids in.
You would.
I would wander off the resort immediately.
I know, Jimmy. Those guys would give you like 8 marriage proposals in your first fucking day.
Yeah. I'd be in trouble. I'd be on the back of a tuk-tuk in 2 seconds.
A sweet boy with that laugh. Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. I'd be a pincushion for giant wieners. It'd be crazy. Straight up plantains and fucking there's a bunch of daddy long legs around me. It'd be crazy.
You would get those little braids on the beach.
Yeah.
Oh, my
brother. Forget about it.
Heaven help you. Jake, you ever been to Jamaica?
I've never been to Jamaica. No, Mexico's as south of as I've gone.
Damn.
Yeah,
What do you got against Jamaica?
nothing. No, I just haven't had the opportunity yet.
You would like it though.
Yeah, man.
I'll bet you.
I think I want to go to the Dominican Republic.
Oh
before I
God, that
go.
would be heaven.
Yeah.
Dude, nothing makes me happier than when you go on Instagram like in the middle of the night and you're just going through like the random videos and you
Yeah.
see like a Dominican lady making pork chops at like fucking 3 a.m.
Oh man.
Swears she's me.
Oh my God.
dude, that's so funny because I actually have like my one buddy. He like loves Dominican Republic. He's never been there. He just loves the idea of it, and he likes to like speak like patois. He likes to
Ooh.
think that he knows how to speak patois because he has like a couple friends. It's so funny.
Was Miss Cleo? Was she Jamaican?
I believe so.
Or was like that was it was faked, right? The accent
No, I just think the whole seeing the future shit was fake.
that was okay.
But I think she was
Miss
legit
Cleo.
Jamaican.
Jamaican.
God, we need to bring her back, man. I miss her.
You've been to a psychic before. I know you
Oh,
have.
I've been to
Jimmy, you
so
seem
many.
like the kind of guy that's been to a psychic.
I have not been to a psychic, but my mom, my buddy's mom, used to like read my tarot cards all the time.
What'd you get?
She just told me I was like doomed all the time. She literally just like fucking hammer me like every time.
Damn.
Yeah, I had one brush with a psychic, and my buddy. There's a psychic in Havertown, and or right on Westchester Pike actually.
Okay.
And my buddy like stuck his bare ass cheeks on the window of the place.
Oh no!
And she pointed at him and fucking gave him like a fucking.
Is he still alive?
Chance?
He's alive, but he told me that night he had like the most insane sleep paralysis of his fucking life. Ruined his life. Yeah.
He got dicked down by a Jamaican sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't fuck with them, man.
You shake your booty in the afterlife.
Yeah, I used to go to psychics a lot with my mom. That was like a thing that we did together.
That's nice.
Yeah, we would go to
That's good.
a place in Upper Darby, and we would also go to a Riddle Owl House. And I was so happy. Like when we went to Riddle Owl House the one time, she told me that I was going to be a father, and I was a virgin. But I was so happy to tell my mom this because like I was so paranoid that my family didn't think I was getting pussy. So I was like validated by this fucking psychic saying that I knocked somebody up.
Oh my god. Did you stay after for Quizzo?
Dude, Quizzo, that's how my parents got together.
Are you serious?
They were at Tip O'Leary's doing Quizzo, and
Holy
they
shit.
fucking they fell in love.
Oh man,
Isn't that such a good
were
story?
you conceived at Quizzo?
No. So like my parents that I live with now, my mom and dad.
Okay.
They hooked up like later in life, and they had they met through Quizzo, and then they got hitched in Vegas.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
they went fucking crazy with it.
Man.
That's really sweet.
Did you have a normal wedding, Jake?
Yeah, Catholic and all that stuff.
Tradish.
Yeah. It was nice. Not Vegas.
You gonna do it again?
I think so.
Yeah, you're gonna renew your vows.
Yeah. Do it on the beach.
Oh, beach.
Oh yeah.
You should approach your wife.
Careful. My cousin just had a beach wedding, and she's a bigger lady. And it was so funny.
They pushed her in.
It's so funny because
We need every hand on this beach.
she sprained her knee like during the ceremony. So like I was like the wedding was in Mexico, and I was like asleep like when they were like doing everything. So like I woke up to like pictures of her being wheeled out in a wheelchair in a wedding gown. I laughed my fucking ass off.
You know how hard it is to push a wheelchair in sand?
Oh my god!
A big girl.
A big girl.
Not making it easy for anyone. Destination wedding?
Oh my! It literally, yeah. I was supposed to go. I was like so excited to go to this destination wedding, and I was like, oh, it's like it costs money.
Dude, that's why they need to give paramedics guns.
Yeah, yeah. That is, yeah. She fucking blew her knee out at her wedding.
No, did she get to
Fucking
say
around
I
in the sand.
do before she was carted off?
Yeah, yeah. I think so. I think so. Dr. James Andrews was actually his best man, so she got really lucky. She was able to repair her knee. She'll be back in the field by training camp. I have a very, the women in my family very much resemble offensive guards.
Ooh.
In the league, like big, like top heavy, like, you know what I mean, like fuzzy navels. just
That was
guards.
my favorite drink as a child. I was given fuzzy navels every now and again.
Were you really?
Yeah, my Aunt Patsy, God rest her soul,
Oh, man.
5Gs. She would fix me a fuzzy navel every now and again.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, delicious.
My grandparents, they told me that there was alcohol in Shirley Temples.
Oh.
So I would drink a bunch of them and then get hammered. And then just tell the truth. I would like get hammered and be like, my parents kicked my ass. They'd be like, nice. I'm all loosened up with the liquor.
All right, boys. Anything you want to add before we go?
I'm good, buddy. Yeah, just thanks for watching the show. Holy shit, is that the death picture right there?
Yeah, that's him in his casket.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they were posing next to the casket.
This is fucked up.
Dude,
Yeah.
they filmed so much fucking footage but with him in the casket. It's actually very cool. I think it's very cool, and I think it's like what he probably would have wanted.
Yeah.
I've seen some like wedding footage where like they got the guy up in like a chair and they're all like dancing with him and shit. That shit is very scary. Where they prop the guy up and shit.
Man. Fun prank would be putting it in the honeymoon suite for the bride and groom when they get back.
Oh, this is something that I want to ask our listeners and our viewers about. But somebody had mentioned this before, and I saw it mentioned in an article, but I couldn't find any much detail on it. But there was something that somebody either proposed or started called Allentown for Kids, based on GG Allin.
What?
I don't know what it entailed. I don't know what the fuck it was, or if it ever came to fruition. But I saw it mentioned in an article. And
Performance art school.
Dude, it might have been. But I know like one of our listeners had mentioned it before in a message. So if you're listening, or if you happen to know what Allentown for Kids was, please let me know, because, brother, usually Reddit is my go-to for anything especially fucked up if I'm looking to try to like get a little bit more substantiation on something.
Yeah.
But even there, I couldn't find it.
Wow.
But I know it's out there, man.
It's so fucked up.
One of you perverts fucking knows what Allentown was. Man. Oh, dude, another thing about his casket picture is in one of the videos at the funeral, they're like wiggling his wiener. He had a little ass wiener, Jake. I didn't mention that.
Oh, don't you hate that when a sexual deviant has like a less than impressive wiener?
I actually like it, man. It does. It makes it easier to take.
You like the micro penis gang?
I do, yeah.
I feel like if you
Light
had
switch
a big
boys.
dong, you'd just be like content. You wouldn't have to be trying to show off.
You'd
I
think,
don't know.
Jake. Those things are used for evil more often than not.
Yeah, there's, gun guys. Like, are they chill just because they got a lot of guns?
Are they chill because they have a lot of guns?
Yeah.
They're not chill.
Yeah. I think they got little tiny wieners.
Adequate home defense does not equal chill. You know what I mean?
Ooh, speaking of which, there was a lot of Delphi documents released today.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you
What's
gone
that?
through them?
Yeah, I looked through most of them. So there was the double murder that I've been interested in for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And DelCollo and I actually went out to this place called Delphi, Indiana, to go check out where these crimes were committed. And it's a fucked up area. And a lot of shit's been very secretive. They finally arrested somebody. The crime happened back in February of 2017. And one of the victims, it was two kids. One of the kids had the wherewithal to film this guy. So they have video and fucking audio of this fucker. but they weren't able to arrest him until fucking October of 2022. And there's been a lot of secrecy surrounding the case, and most of the documents related to the case were kept sealed for no apparent reason. And then a guy who is one of the co-hosts of a really great true crime podcast called The Murder Sheet, he filed I think it was a Freedom of Information request, and the judge was like, yeah, fucking, we'll unseal them. So today there were like over 100 documents that were unsealed relative to the case. Most of them were just,
Fluff.
mundane stuff. However, there were a couple things that were like pretty massive, and one was like the details on the search warrant for when they finally searched this fucker's house.
Yeah.
A lot of the shit that they took out of there was shit that was probably either involved in the crime or that he wore to the crime scene. And then another pretty crazy tidbit found in all these files was that he had admitted to his wife over the phone in jail that he killed the kids.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so it's pretty wild stuff, man.
It's like that's them like just monitoring the calls kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah. But he did it numerous times, so it wasn't just like he slipped up.
So you believe this is the guy? Because for a while you weren't convinced.
No, I thought it was a bunch of different people. I do think there's more people involved.
Like people like that held secrets and shit.
Yeah, like there's one guy in particular who's locked up now on child porn charges. Like I think that when all's said and done, it will be revealed that he was involved at some point. And I think his dad was involved too, but they're having trouble proving that. But one of the things that gives me hope that they'll eventually get one of those fuckers is that in the search warrant, they took a lot of electronic devices out of this guy's house.
Okay.
Which seems odd. What leads you to believe that electronics were used? Because it wasn't just phones. It was like hard drives. It was laptops.
Yeah.
And the way that shit was mentioned in the probable cause affidavit leads you to believe that he might have staged the crime scene as well, which is even more fucked up.
That's nuts.
Dude, it's such a creepy fucking area. Like, it's a nice, sleepy, small town. They have a sit-down Pizza Hut, which adds to it, too. Very cool. But, dude, when you walk these fucking trails...
Did you guys sit?
We did, yeah. Dude, one of the craziest things about this was when DelCollo and my buddy Jason Zod from Code One Podcast, which is another killer true crime podcast.
Yeah.
They're fucking awesome. But DelCollo, Jason, and I went out to Delphi in, I think it was 2 Junes ago.
Yeah.
They hadn't arrested this guy yet. And the Pizza Hut is right across from the CVS where this fucker worked.
Dude, that is so
he might have been
insane.
working while we were fucking eating stuffed crust.
God damn. When John went over to get Blistex, he bought it from the killer.
He does seem like a kind of guy that would go through a lot of Blistex.
He do be acting like that, though.
His cheeks are
How do your cheeks feel?
pretty good, man.
A lot of shit tonight.
I feel good, man. I can't wait to get a shower, though. I don't know how this guy fucking would sleep in shit.
Drugs.
Yeah. But you got to think when you wake up the next day, you're just like, all right, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
But then I guess you do the heroin again.
And he's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe they didn't wash his body until
It's very funny. Yeah. So in that state, he's still got dookie all over his face.
Oh, my God.
He's got little tighty whities on, dookie, and a leather jacket.
That fucking rules.
Yeah, that's how you're going to go, Jimmy.
That's freedom.
We're going to make sure you're in that state when you go.
Yeah.
What shirt do you want to be buried in?
Like a Reba shirt.
You got a favorite Reba song?
Oh, the theme song to the show.
She's a beautiful lady.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah.
Have you ever been to Dollywood?
No.
I would love to go there. Dolly Parton's one of my favorites.
I
man.
love her.
What a beauty, man.
Yeah.
Inside
She's
and out.
great. She's very cool.
Yeah. One thing about her that I really respect is she's always kept her private life under wraps.
Yeah.
I know she's been married for a very long time. You barely ever hear or see, you hear about him a lot, but you rarely see her husband, Carl, I think his name is. But sounds
She
like they got
donates a lot
something
of
good
her money
going.
too, right?
Yeah, just a beautiful soul, man.
She like
That's
invented
awesome.
drag.
Drag?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I can picture a lot of...
All of like the
guys wanna
drag,
dress up
all the
like her.
original like drag people are like trying to be her.
I could see that.
You know, because it started off as like a bunch of football players that were like, "Man, I just wish there was a way I could express how I feel on the inside." And they all saw her in her wigs, and were like, "Fellas, I think we can do this."
Jake, did you ever do drag?
No,
Would you?
No, I probably wouldn't do it.
Well, aside from when we were street hookers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was good. You guys
Yeah.
were dummy thick.
Dude, he was getting honked out left and right.
Yeah. I caused a couple
What
accidents.
was your name? What was your name? Dandelion.
Dandelion. No, what was my name? I was
Cassidy Thurman.
Cassidy Thurman. How quickly you recalled that. Yes.
Cassidy.
Cassidy Thurman was causing a ruckus that
Dude,
weekend.
you
She
look
made money.
so good, man.
Oh, thank you. I still wouldn't do drag though. It's the face makeup that gets me with drag.
Really?
Yeah. Like the contoured nose thing and like
Yeah.
it, like I don't
It
know.
washes off, brother.
No, I know. I'm not. It's fine.
You're not gonna like Jesus isn't taking a Polaroid of you when you show up at the pearly
I
gates.
say, yeah,
He's like,
I say that with like I'm covered in shit right now. I'm aware.
Well, you had your poncho on, so you're not too bad, buddy.
That is true. Thank God.
yeah, yeah,
I almost went sans poncho, and I'm so glad. I didn't know what the hell was coming.
yeah. Give it up for Ponchovy.
Yeah. Man.
All right, boys. You want to promote anything before we go?
No, just follow me at Jake Mattera, Twitter, Instagram. Thanks, guys.
Follow me on Instagram at the Jim Gillespie and on Twitter at Jimmy Gillespie.
Oh, and the podcast.
Yeah, listen to Two in the Stink.
Oh yeah, and listen to at Two in the Stink podcast, where you get your podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
And I just want to thank everybody that's bought my latest book, On Percs. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't bought it yet, go to onpercs.com. That's ONPERCS.com. Get the print copy, the ebook copy, the audiobook copy. The audiobook copy is over 6 hours of content. And it features me and a number of my boys like fucking John McKeever, Tim Butterly, Ryan Shaner, Matt McCusker. Just all the dogs came out and helped me out on that one.
So funny, man.
Thank you, buddy. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. And I was really fucking happy with the way it turned out because everybody helping out and chipping in with that audiobook made it something that I could have never conceived of. But yeah, check that out on percs.com. And if you're watching this on Patreon, thank you for becoming a supporter of ours. It really means a lot. I can't tell you how much it means to me that you guys supplied all this pudding tonight.
Thank you guys for the pudding.
It means the world to us. But yeah, if you're not a patron yet, consider becoming a patron. You can do that by going to patreon.com/lilstinkers. That's LILSTINKERS. Our homeboy Jon DelCollo is coming back next week. We're going to record our next movie watch along.
Yeah. I can't wait, dude.
And then in a few more weeks after that, we're doing our next book club meeting.
Yep. Yeah.
We're going to be doing a couple mini stinkers episodes in July. So we're going to make that a regular thing. What else do we have coming up, Jake?
Dude, we got so much. You had mentioned the trip we got going on in at the end of September.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of content related to the trip. We're going to be we already have, but we're going to continue to add an extra episode each month just for patrons.
Have we released? I think we're releasing the extended Ouija board scene from our trip.
Oh, I still have that. Yeah, I haven't put it out
I think
yet.
that's going to come out right eventually. And then I know we're talking about a couple of day trips too that we could knock out.
Yeah. So we got a lot of good shit coming down the pike, and that's all going to be for patrons.
A lot of good shit.
Yeah,
I love that.
We want to dump content in
Thank
your,
you guys
in your
for
booty
having me.
holes. Jimmy, you're so
Dude,
sweet, brother.
It's been so fun having you here.
I love
dude.
hanging out with you, brother. You are the
Yeah.
best. You are a sweet baby
Bring it in.
angel, and I want to gift you a golden seatbelt extender.
Oh my god.
That would be. So you can't use that. It's not regulation.
All right,
Take
guys.
it from you at TSA.
No, I couldn't. It'll be in my bum.
All right, love you guys. We'll see you next time. Later.
Thanks, guys.
There's so much fucked up shit to get into.
Stickers.